I'm pissed, and not for the reason you might think. I saw something happen at the end of the period, and I wonder if anybody else caught it. Right? Something happened, and this period should not be over. Right? No, guys, don't you? Oh man, you aren't seeing what's happening. You guys are all talking about this game is against the Blues, right? I'm sorry. There's something funky going on. At the end of the period, after that last Pareko bomb and then the shin where he puts his hand on it, the clock kept running. The clock kept running. The clock kept running. They just took 2 minutes out of the Blues when they were getting on. Something's going on there. Why haven't we had a power play? Something's going on. When that clock runs for 2 minutes and no one says anything, you guys are all worried about the wrong stuff. Something's going on, right? Why aren't we getting shots? Why aren't we getting things, right? They did not run that clock back. That clock ran down. That clock kept running the whole break. It went from 4 minutes to a minute to just over a minute. No, that clock ran the entire time. Well, okay. I don't care. Hey, Golf King doesn't care. Something's going on, man. Golf King wants us to lose. I don't know what to say. You have bad games, and this is a bad game. We've had a couple of bad games. But it's we got to figure something out in the third. Right? You're right. Okay, maybe they ran it up, but it was at one point when he made that shot, it was 4-something. Right? And then when he goes to make the face-off, it's 120. Humiliation is sometimes a good thing. I don't think the Blues feel humiliated, though. Right? And I don't think they're going to be humiliated. It did take them a while to put the Colton shot up on the board. And I also think that the Barbashev wraparound should have been considered a shot because it hit the goaltender's glove. No, they didn't go 19 without a shot on goal, right? I think that that clock. I want to say that when he shot that puck, there was like 4 minutes left on the clock. Right? I want to say it hit the post, but the goaltender also put his glove on it. So Golf King's not a happy camper. We can see that. I got to hand it to New Jersey. New Jersey's playing a hell of a game. You give it to them. They're playing a hell of a game, right? I'm listening to Bernie real quick. Bernie's saying he doesn't know why they should be ready for the speed. No, that they're not. We play but when I don't put curse words up, Golf King. Sorry, bud. Where we at? Yeah, you guys, I get it, guys. I get you're not being happy with this one. I completely understand it, but it's not over. It's not over, and it's just going to come down to the Blues really forcing their game. And one of the problems with the way they start a game off, where they kind of give you that first 10 minutes, is sometimes you can't get back from it. Oh, I haven't seen Shy of IOU in a while. The team lacks leadership. That I don't think. We had these efforts with Hitch, Yao, and now Chief. We're not ready to play against the Islanders, and again today. I don't think that's completely right. I think there's other things going on here, and at least, this is how I see it, right? I try and look. I never see the surface. I never look at the surface, because what you see on the surface is never really what's going on, right? I try and look underneath. First of all, they spent 6 days in New York, right? That's gotta, and I know what it's like. 6 days in the same place, you're not moving around, you're going out, you're doing things, That has something to do with it, right? I don't like when they play these 3 in a row like this, because it does have some effect, right? The other thing is the back-to-back matinees, right? One of these games, why wasn't yesterday a later game? Why was it a matinee, And then again, that clock at the end, and the fact that we haven't gotten called, they haven't gotten called for a penalty, right? The fact that they haven't gotten called for a penalty tells me that something's going on, right? Something isn't right, and they're making penalties. They are, right? That's why Krug got in that fight. Krug got a cross check to the chin, and he gets a roughing, right? Golf King, I don't know, bud. Islanders claim forward Austin Kernick off waivers and send him to the AHL. And the Red Wings claimed I seen the Red Wings claimed Yoli today. I seen that. I didn't think we'd claim him. I didn't think. Not only, here's this. When you think about this, right? Of those 6 days, they only got like 3 days, 2 days of practice. Right? They didn't get any practice yesterday. They didn't get any practice today. Right? They got 1 day of practice for the Rangers game. Right? They had to practice. They only got a half a practice because they had to practice at a what do you call it? They practiced at a rink that was above the pier. That they only had half of it. They could only use like half of it. Right? Because Madison Square Garden was being used for something. Now you don't practice on when it's an early game. You don't practice, right? They don't practice on an early game, right? So no, they didn't practice yesterday. They didn't practice today. Of these 6 days that they were in Long Island, they got 2 practices. 2 practices. Think about that. 2 practices in 6 days, right? Maybe 3. Maybe they got a game day practice with the Rangers. So, but that was it. That was it. They got 3 practices out of 6 days, right? That's got to tell you something, because they flew in the 1 day, then they got to practice out. Then I think they got the game day practice with the Rangers. Then they got to practice at USB the day before the game. That's it. So, that's why I don't like staying in these one places. All right. Husso's look good at least. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll say that. Well, it's just the nature of the beast. You don't practice. They don't practice on matinee games. You don't get up at 4 a.m, do a 7 a.m. practice for a game you're going to play at noon. It makes no sense. You would come out flat, right? You would come out flat. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I know they don't practice. That's why you don't get lineups until they come out, right? And go look on NHL.com. They'll tell you they didn't practice yesterday, they didn't practice today. So that's what you got. All right. This is just going to come down to the third pushing your after the rookie party. I don't know what rookie party they had, bud. If you, I don't know, did they have a rookie party? Oh, they don't even have any rookies. I don't think they have a rookie on the team. So why would they have a rookie party? Right? So I'm going to back off on that. I don't think that there might have been a team party, but I don't think there was a rookie party. Oh, man. The schedule was created like this to limit travel with COVID and building availability. I know that. Childhood terrible. Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin. Probably with the net. Won't let me post. I don't know, bud. I don't know that is what, but what it sounds like a bad, I don't know that sounds like a bad idea. I'm not sure where you're going there, Golf King. They had a rookie party before the Ranger game. And they called it a rookie party. Where did you see that at? Where did you see that at, Matlow? If you send me a link to that or something, so I know what you're talking about there, bud. So I can figure that out. You know, maybe, I don't know. Unacceptable on seemingly every level today. Okay. A rookie party is a bad idea. I don't know what you're talking. I didn't see it. Do you think we can come back? Yes, I do. I do think we can come back. I do. And you know, one thing that hurt was that goal getting disallowed, but it was a good disallowment. It didn't go in. I mean, the clock was way zero before he even shot it. So that there's no issue there. Yeah, but I do think we can come back. I really do. I think that the Blues have what it takes to come back, and I'll go there. Post-Dispatch wrote about it 21 hours ago. Okay, I'll take a look at that later. You have more hope than I do. Well, I mean, you're not down 5-0. You're down 2-0. This is a team that can score. I mean, they scored 3 goals on 3 shots against the Rangers. Remember that. And you guys all talk about the Rangers game. They were up 3-2 at the Rangers. Right? They were outplaying the Rangers come the third period, before the third period started. Right? Absolutely. They were outplaying the Rangers. Right? I felt they were. So don't sit there and think that, you know, you're going to get up. And I talk about this all the time. Right? The difference between the top team in the league and the bottom of the team in the league is minuscule. Look how fast these guys are. I mean, they got speed, and they're using it. Well, we're not using our speed. That's one thing, and they're coming in the back, and they're clouding the middle. The Rangers did it in the third. The Islanders did it. Now they're doing it, right? I don't know where you saw that, Jeremy. I hope he did. I don't know. My friend Ashley's going to be here for the post game. And Jeremy, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, my friend. You know, it's just going to be one of those issues. Yeah, I seen that. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, to be honest with you, bud. Oh, I'm saying he will. Well, I mean, I'm hoping he does. Shots 23-13. They got. I mean, that hurts. Attempts 43-31. Chances 14-7. Power play 0 for 3. No power play attempts. D zone turnovers 9 for us, 7 for them. And we have the ozone time. I didn't get to see it. It went off before I got a chance to look at it. But we've had ozone time. It's just they're clogging the middles, and I don't know why we're not getting penalties. They're creating penalties. We're just not getting them called. All right, they're calling them on us, but not on them. And that clock issue that clock ran down on the Blues. That clock absolutely ran down on the Blues. So it's and no one talked about it. I didn't see anybody talk about it there. Right? That clock was moving down before the face-off, and it kept moving down. Well, you know what? You're there. You that's not going to always happen, right? It's just not going to always happen, right? I agree. The West need to be because they do, and they're not. But consistency of effort's just not going to always happen. You know, you're gonna have bad games. You're going to get things like that. It was a cross check from Mercer, and no one called it, right? And in fact, you gave the guy that got cross checked the penalty. And I will agree with that. It was a bad one. No, I do not. I do not think he's been disappointing. I think he's had disappointing moments. But the last couple of games, I mean, he's played really, really well. And he played well against the Islanders. He really did. Right? I mean, he only gave up 2 goals against he gave up 5 goals in 3 games. Right? When you think of it, that's a 1.5 goals against average. I don't think they're coasting us around as much as everybody else says. Right? I really don't. I think what you're seeing is guys trying to be aware of what's going on in the play because of the way they're moving. Right? I'm telling you, if you're constantly moving your feet, you overskate the puck and you miss stuff. You need to stop it a little bit. You need to see what's going on and then react. Right? Especially when you don't have the puck. And if you're not if you're reacting before you know what's happening, your reaction's wrong. Right? Think about it. Right? That's how I see it. You got to know what's going on. Right? Well, guys, game is almost back on. Let's hope for a much better third. 11 people watching. Wow, you guys jumped up. Thank you so much for following me and watching. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha and mahalo. And I'll see you all with Ashley at the postgame show. Might even have Jim on. Aloha.